I handed someone I didn't know my business card and told him to contact me tomorrow, while I was at a party, because I just wanted to relax and hang out with my brother, and now my brother is mad that I blew him off because he has connections to his girlfriend. Hi everyone. This actually happened last night. I was at my brother's place for an NFL draft party. I haven't seen my brother in a couple weeks, and my brother and I live a couple hours from each other because I moved away, so I haven't seen a lot of his friends in years. I also have not met most of my brother's girlfriend's family and friends because she comes from a town a couple hours from where they currently live in the opposite direction from where I live. My brother and his GF have been together 2 years and are getting engaged next month. At the party I was talking with a group of people and one guy, the husband of one of my brother's girlfriend's friends, asked me what I do for a living, and I said I'm an attorney. He then asked me what kind of law I practice, and I could already see where this was going. He then started into so I'm having a problem with one of my neighbors. As he was launching into his story, I reached in my pocket and gave him my card and told him to call me in the morning to discuss the issue. He got upset and said why can't I just answer a couple of quick questions for him since we were both there. I said I was there to see my brother and watch the draft and didn't want to discuss business right now. As other attorneys will tell you at social gatherings, this is a common thing. Once people find out you're an attorney, they'll try to corner you with a bunch of questions and you're basically back on the clock. Years ago, I decided to do the business card thing instead of answering questions so I could actually enjoy social gatherings. Besides, these things almost never turn into actual business, people just want free legal advice. I've never had any complaints about it before. The guy got upset, said something under his breath, and stormed off. The other people standing there all made a face as he stormed off and we went right back into our conversation. That was it, or so I thought. The rest of the night was fine, and it was never brought up again. We enjoyed the draft, and I enjoyed seeing my brother's knucklehead friends these years later. I got a text from my brother this morning, and he said I want to make this clear, I completely understand why you did what you did. He has seen it happen a bunch of times at events and heard me complain about it afterwards. However, his girlfriend is upset that I blew her friend's husband off and wants me to reach out to him, apologize and answer his questions. My brother said he's on my side and said he told her such, but she made him send the text to me anyway. I believe my brother being on my side and understand he's trying to keep the peace in his relationship. I said I'm not texting and apologizing or calling the guy, but he has my card and is welcome to call me. I feel I did nothing wrong. Just because of my job doesn't mean I'm on the clock 24/7. My brother said yay, I knew you'd say that, but now I can at least tell my GF I tried, and that was it with him. Again, I thought this was the end, but it's not. His girlfriend texted my mom and told her what happened. Now my mom is texting me and saying I know it's annoying what this guy did, but can you call this guy so that your relationship with brother's girlfriend isn't negatively affected because she's obviously upset with you. My brother is getting engaged to her next month and she's going to be family, and there's no need to have a rift when she's about to be family. I said it's too late. The fact that she cried to my mom already created a rift on my end about her now. Again, I declined, and my mom said she understands, but just doesn't want negative feelings with brother's GF over this. I said no, he can call me and I'll answer any questions he has. So, Reddit, am I a jerk for how I handled this? Update. I have some small updates on this post I made a couple of months ago. My brother got engaged to the GF referenced in the post a couple of weeks ago. They had a get together to celebrate their engagement this past weekend. They only invited immediate family and those they expect to be in their wedding party. My brother had asked me about being his best man last week before the party, but at the dinner they formally gave gifts to everyone in their wedding party along with officially asking everyone to be in the wedding party. Said brother's fiance's friend's husband was there as well. He is not going to be in the wedding party, but his wife apparently will be. I was there before he was, and when he came in he made no attempt to come over and say hello to me or the group I was talking with. Fine, I hardly know the guy, so I don't care if he talks to me. At dinner there were no assigned seats, but my girlfriend and I happened to be seated not super close to him and his wife, but close enough to where we could hear each other's conversations if we weren't involved in our own conversations. At dinner I was sitting with my girlfriend next to me on the same side they were seated. On my other side was my sister and her husband, and across from me was some other friends of my brother's fiancé I had never met before this night. My girlfriend was not at the previous event, but I of course had told her about the issue. Anyway, my girlfriend and I are making small talk with the friends of my brother's fiancé across from us, and of course what we all do for a living came up. I said I was an attorney, and the guy at that point decided to interject into our conversation and say, but don't ask him any questions right now, he'll just give you his card and tell you to call him during business hours. To my delight and his horror, one of the friends we were talking to responded and said, yay, of course, I'd hardly expect him to give me legal advice at his brother's engagement party. He made an angry face, mumbled something to his wife, who told him to drop it, and then I don't think he said a word again the rest of the night. Nothing big, just thought some might find this update amusing. Commenter. NTA. If you were a doctor they would have asked if the mole on their groin that they are showing you looks suspicious. You just can't with some people.